President Barack Obama is back on the political scene, and he just trolled Donald Trump in the funniest way possible. Democrats have recently had a really clever way of twisting Donald Trump's words and throwing them back in his face, and it's gone well every single time. I want to break it all down. Make sure you leave a like on the video. First, I want to highlight this new poll that reads, Donald Trump gets no black votes versus Kamala Harris in new Michigan poll. Former President Donald Trump received the support of 0% of black voters in this new Michigan poll. So, the Detroit News poll found that the presidential race is in dead heat. I covered this in another video, but the main part is that among the black voters surveyed, 82.1% supported Harris, 11.5% backed independent candidate RFK Jr., and 0% supported Donald Trump. And the reason why this is important is because it lays the groundwork for the statement that Donald Trump made that Barack Obama trolled him over, because Obama is trying to unify the coalition of black Americans, men, women, old people, young people, to all coalesce behind VP Harris. So, yesterday, Trump said this in a statement. Trump campaign statement on general election debates. Quote, given the continued political chaos surrounding crooked Joe Biden and the Democratic Party, he says Democrat Party, but it's Democratic, general election debate details cannot be finalized until Democrats formally decide on their nominee. There is a strong sense by many in the Democratic Party, namely Barack Hussein Obama, the fact that he said Hussein is just so disgusting, straight up Islamophobia, that Kamala Harris is a Marxist fraud who cannot beat Donald Trump. This is all just genuinely vacuous rhetoric. It's all just boogeyman catchphrases. Barack Hussein Obama is a Marxist fraud. But the funny part is, about 12 hours after Donald Trump sent this statement, literally less than 12 hours after he sent this statement, Barack Obama came out and endorsed VP Harris as a direct rebuttal to this. Notice the line. There is a strong sense by many in the Democratic Party, namely Barack Obama, that Kamala Harris can't beat Donald Trump. So he's saying that Obama is not endorsing VP Harris because he is not confident in her. And Obama's rebuttal, less than 12 hours later, was to endorse VP Harris as she builds momentum against Donald Trump, as she fundraises over $250 million. You know, I got that number yesterday. It's definitely over 300 million now. As she quadruples her TikTok followers over and over, VP Harris has given amazing speeches and shown that she is up to the task. Former President Barack Obama and Michelle Obama endorsed VP Harris for president in a short video released Friday by the Harris campaign. The 55-second clip shows the vice president walking backstage at an event, heading toward her motorcade and answering the phone call on a speaker. You know, why don't we just watch the actual clip? Obama said, earlier this week, Michelle and I called our friend Kamala Harris. We told her we think she'll make a fantastic president of the United States and that she has our full support. At this critical moment for our country, we're going to do everything we can to make sure she wins in November. We hope you'll join us. Just an amazing, classy statement from Barack Obama. And I just think the timing of this is so funny, right after Donald Trump says that Obama won't endorse Harris.
Kamala!
Hello. Hi.
Hey there!
Oh, hi, you're both together. Oh, it's good to hear you both.
I can't have this phone call without saying to my girl Kamala, I am proud of you. This is going to be historic.
We called to say Michelle and I couldn't be prouder to endorse you and to do everything we can to get you through this election and into the Oval Office.
Oh, my goodness. Michelle, Barack, this means so much to me. I am looking forward to doing this with the two of you, Doug and I both, and getting out there, being on the road. But most of all, I just want to tell you the words you have spoken and the friendship that you have given over all these years mean more than I can express. So thank you both. It means so much. And we're going to have some fun with this too, aren't we?
Can I just point out that VP Harris's communications team, her digital team, the people actually posting this, are just absolute wizards. They are so incredibly good. Meanwhile, Donald Trump is on Truth Social just melting down. This man posts more than like professional media accounts. Like, this man single-handedly posts on Truth Social, running his own account more than MSNBC posts on Twitter. He's just going and going and going. Russian and Chinese jets are flying over our west coast. Russian warships are now in Cuba, 70 miles off our coast. first, what's Kamala going to do? I think the real question is, what are you going to do, Donald Trump? I don't think you could point to Cuba on a map. I don't think you know about the history of any of these conflicts. Let's continue reading this. The poll surveyed 600 likely Michigan voters between July 22nd and July 24th in the days following President Biden dropping out of the 2024 race, and has a margin of error of 4 percentage points. It is unclear how many black people were included in the sample, but it is likely to be fewer than 100 people, given that black residents make up 14% of Michigan's population. So that is a fair sample in this survey, and none of those black people like Donald Trump. None of them. So Donald Trump's claim that he is winning over black people at a historic rate is not true whatsoever, and it is not borne out in the polls. I mean, there were some polls that were completely wrong, but now that we actually have a candidate who can unite all black communities, Trump knows he's screwed. Other polls have indicated that Trump's gains among black voters have eroded since President Biden quit the presidential race, as I was just saying, and quickly endorsed Harris, who is of black and South Asian descent, to replace him at the top of the Democratic ticket. Biden had faced calls to drop out after a disastrous debate performance raised fresh questions about the 81-year-old's age and ability to beat Trump. That is old news. By Monday evening, Harris had secured the support of enough Democratic delegates to become her party's nominee. If she is officially nominated at the Democratic National Convention, Harris would be the first woman of color to top a major party's ticket. A CNN poll conducted earlier this week found Harris had the support of 78% of black voters, while Trump had 15%, but when it comes down to it, usually Democrats end up winning 92% of the black vote, and usually when it's a black candidate, it'll be like 95%. Donald Trump is not going to get 15% of the vote of black Americans. It surveyed 1,600 registered voters, the CNN poll, who had previously participated in CNN polls in April and June. One earlier poll had shown Trump, who only had 8% of the black vote in 2020, as I said, had 23% of black voters, which would be a historical realignment, but that is just not happening. I'm sorry, it is not happening. In recent months, the Trump and Biden campaigns launched efforts to reach black voters, as polling showed support for Biden among the demographic appeared to be slipping, especially in battleground states that could swing the election. And I honestly think Barack Obama's endorsement of VP Harris, the way that black Americans have coalesced around him. I just held a town hall with Gary Chambers, who is a black American activist, and Marcus Flowers, who ran against Marjorie Taylor Greene, and they were talking about how they were on a call with over 100,000 black Americans who raised a bunch of money, just black men, and then black women did the same call, and then white women did a similar call, and now white dudes are doing a call that I will most likely be on. Everybody in America on the left, center right, we're all coalescing behind VP Harris because we understand the threat that a second Trump term poses. We understand that the man who is sitting behind this monitor angrily typing away on his phone is not fit to be the president of the United States. Here's him meeting with Benjamin Netanyahu while he's not even the president of the United States. This man is so thirsty for power that he will break every single unspoken norm in the book. That is what Donald Trump is about. You can go back to January 6th. You can go back to before Donald Trump even ran for office. His claim to fame in American politics was saying that Barack Obama was not born in America. His claim to fame in politics then was coming up with nicknames, saying lock her up, just breaking every single norm in the political book, and we need to stop. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like, comment a blue heart. My name is Adam Mockler. I'll be making a bunch of these videos, so make sure you subscribe to my channel. You're subscribed to the Adam Mockler subreddit. It's all in the description below. Most importantly, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.